This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building a cool-looking and professional website. Ciao, I'm Marco, and I'm eating my way through Italy and touring dream homes while at it. Today, I'm in the town of Matino, looking for the Superlative, the restaurant of one of the most original chefs in Salento. Such a unique experience for me. Wow. Whose use of seafood both delights and confuses your taste buds. And I found two of the most unique dream homes for sale whose quality for price is basically the best out there. We're talking luxury palazzo, converted wine cellar, star-vaulted ceilings, and a basement spa. Andiamo.
Se passate da via Broletto al numero 34, toglietevi il cappello e parlate sottovoce. Al primo piano dorme l'amore mio.
Searching for and finding the home of your dreams is a bit like playing solitaire. You run through the listings like cards, waiting patiently until the right one pops up. That one that fits the suited number you're looking for. The home that checks all the boxes. Time to go. The town of Matino is located on a hill just 10 kilometers from the Ionian coast of Gallipoli. It's a town whose history dates back to the 10th century, and getting lost in its tight medieval alleyways is really like getting lost in the past. The population is 10,000, and its main church is dedicated to its patron, St. George, the Dragon Slayer. I love this town because it reminds me of a mini Ostuni with its whitewashed walls. I also found out that it has one of the best restaurants in the area, our first stop before touring some dream homes. Okay, so I've made it to the restaurant today. Behind me is Danilo Creativo. The outside doesn't look like much, but on the inside, there's something very special. Chef Danilo Romano, who's been prized, rewarded with recognition across various associations on the Italian culinary scene. I'm intrigued to see what he has in store for us today. Andiamo a mangiare.
Buongiorno Marco,
Buongiorno, ciao Danilo.
ho un sacco di cose buone da farti assaggiare. Avanti, accomodati.
Allora, mentre mi fai il caffè, mi puoi raccontare un po' la tua filosofia in cucina?
Diciamo che da sempre ho rivisitato un po' la cucina tradizionale con gli ingredienti del territorio. Quando avevo l'età di 21-22 anni ho aperto questo ristorante che ho gestito a conduzione familiare, e proprio perché abbiamo portato la filosofia di cucina che avevamo nelle nostre mura domestiche qui al ristorante, e qui ancora oggi cucina sempre mia mamma, mio papà porta le verdure, io preparo i piatti e poi li servo anche a tavola in collaborazione con mia moglie. Diciamo che qua tutti facciamo un po' tutto. Allora Marco, questo è il piatto che abbiamo preparato oggi apposta per te, che papà ha raccolto questa mattina le cicorie che abbiamo cucinato con un po' di cipollotto, lo spunzale. Quindi si chiama baccalà con verdure spontanee, selvatiche e pane fritto. L'ho decorato con un po' di olive essiccate, le ho grattugiate come un tartufo dei poveri.
So the thing about codfish is that it's always a bit salty, but it also means it brings a lot of flavor to the table. Very fishy, very good. I love seafood, so this is great for me.
Il mio stile di cucina è un po' illusionista, cioè che in realtà sembra di mangiare qualcosa, ma effettivamente ha il sapore di un'altra. Quindi così è nata l'idea di elaborare il pesce sotto forma di insaccato, creare questo effetto salame, però in realtà è fatto con ricciola, pesce spada e tonno e non il maiale tradizionale.
So we have different type of sausages. This is kind of like a sorpressata induja made of fish. We have the bresaola. These are the tomatoes from their garden. I don't know how I'm going to be able to eat it all, but we do got the bread. Oh, wow. This is the bresaola of tuna steak. I think this is my favorite. It's almost like a prosciutto. It's like a prosciutto made out of tuna, high quality tuna. Amazing, guys, amazing, so cool. Are you like myself or Danilo, a small business owner with an idea that you know others around the world would love? Well, with the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace, you can put together a professional and beautiful website in a matter of minutes. With its easy-to-use interface, you can get started immediately with tons of website templates to match your brand, style, or product. Maybe you're a consultant, photographer, designer, or even just thinking of renting out a vacation home. Squarespace has designs for any purpose, and the styles are attractive, modern, with SEO performance in mind. No coding or technical know-how necessary, and it's automatically optimized for the device your site is being viewed on. If you want to open a store to sell physical or digital products, Squarespace offers features to streamline that as well. So head to squarespace/JustDreamItaly or use my code JustDreamItaly to get 10% off the first purchase of your domain or website.
Allora, questi sono orecchiette alla pugliese con tugni alle alghe.
So this is the typical dish of Puglia, that Puglia is most known for, I think. Cime di rapa are known as turnip tops, broccoli rabe as well. Just a beautiful plate. Wow.
Questo è il nostro piatto forte, pasta e tabacco marino.
E noi abbiamo fatto il tabacco marino, che è un ottimo condimento che si mette sia sulla pasta, sui risotti, si ottiene dalla lavorazione di più specie di pesce, ha un sapore 100% umami.
It's almost like a grated cheese, but in fish form.
Marco, questa è la nostra porchetta di mare. È un filetto di tonno marinato con delle spezie mediterranee, all'interno è farcito con una pancetta di pesce spada stagionata. All'aspetto sembra un po' la porchetta che si fa a Roma da riccia.
Crispy on the outside, everything that you'd expect from a tuna steak and more.
Ti ho portato tortino al cioccolato accompagnato con il semifreddo alla cupeta, che la cupeta è il croccante di mandorle, olive che ho cotte con il vino negro amaro, molto simile alle amarene.
Dai, grazie mille.
Ciao, a presto, grazie.
Ciao, alla prossima. Ciao, ciao. Okay, so we're gonna head back up the street. We just had a dream lunch. Now let's go see the two dream homes. All right, we're off to see the first home of the day in Matino. We're right in the main square where they're setting up luminarie for a festival that they're going to have dedicated to the patron saint in a couple of weeks. But right in front of the church, and as you'll see, bells are ringing. We have a home that is in a very unique location with a beautiful view from the rooftop terrace. So I'm going to walk you to the home from here. So we're back in Matino. I know we visited a few months ago last year. This is the main square with the Palazzo del Marchese behind us. It was newly renovated with a beautiful exposition space inside, a gorgeous courtyard. It's a palazzo from the 1600s. But it was being blocked off today by the setting up of the luminarie dedicated to the saint of this church, San Giorgio. It's always a special time of year when these little towns in Salento, all across Italy, really set up to have great parties, festivals dedicated to the patron saint of their town. The home that we're going to see today, two homes actually, this is going to be, let's call it the appetizer, so a small home at a lower budget, and the next home will be at a higher budget, but both of them, I believe, are probably set up as the best that you can get for this type of budget in this area of Puglia in Salento, and that's why I chose them. So the first home is right behind the church of San Giorgio. You can see we have this beautiful little piazzetta, so a smaller square behind the apsid of the church. You can see there the beautiful bell tower. And Matino is a colorful little town. As you can see, there's yellow homes, there's white homes. Everything is very bright, lots of flowers put out in front of the homes as well. It's a nice little environment they have going in Matino. Beautiful home of the neighbor. And this brings us into the property. This is a shared courtyard, perfect little space for storing a bicycle. You have gates which do close it off from the outside, with a balcony, which we'll go up and see in a bit. So this is a 90,000 asking price home, 55 square meters in total, perfect pied-à-terre, so a cozy and expensive home base in southern Puglia. You enter directly into the living room, kitchen, dining room, so multifunctional space with a beautiful star-vaulted ceiling. The home is sold completely furnished. It was recently renovated, and you can see that all of the furnishings, including this kitchen, is in perfect condition. This is a gas stove. And so this is the downstairs. Every space is equipped with a heating, cooling AC unit. And this brings us up to the first floor, which is the bedroom. So a perfectly functioning bedroom here. Lots of light coming in from the balcony, perfectly illuminated. All of this furnishing stays. And we'll have a quick look here out of that balcony that we saw below, because it gives us a gorgeous view of the backside of the church with the bell tower. So really unique perspective that we have here. Cutting back through the bedroom brings us to this little corridor into the bathroom. Bathroom, once again, perfectly renovated. Those are the sink, toilet, bidet from the 70s, which were reutilized during the renovation to kind of give it a bit of a personality. So that brings us to the outdoor stairwell, which wraps around and brings us up to, I think, the highlight of the home, without a doubt, and that is the top terrace space. This gives us an even better view of the historical center of Matino, the backside of the church. So this is a perfect home. The current owner uses it as a second home base, and that's the way I see that it can be used. Obviously, can be rented out, but for the price, for the location, which is a stone's throw away from the beach, this is just a very practical and a well-priced home. Perfect if you're looking for a 7% town with no work to do. You receive the keys, you can start living in it and enjoying the area.
Beautiful views and location for house number 1. Let's go to house number 2. Equally as beautiful, if not more. Okay, so we've made it to the second property, the main attraction, let's say, of the property tours of today. This noble palazzo behind me, it's a 2-in-1 solution, so you can live in the upstairs, rent out the downstairs, vice versa. Key in hand, energy efficient, and in my opinion, probably the best property, quality for price on the market at the moment, and maybe one of the best that I've had on my channel so far. The downstairs is a luxury B&B, converted from a wine cellar, and has a spa downstairs. Asking price, $330,000. Amazing. Andiamo.
So this is one of my favorite homes that I've reviewed and shown on my channel so far for so many reasons. As you can see, this large luminous open space with the star vaults, the revealed stone, previously a wine cellar, which was redesigned by a renowned architect and designer of the area based out of Gallipoli. This is a fireplace, a very beautiful characteristic of this space. This can be opened up and used. On this side of the space, you have 2 arches, one of which has the stairs going up to the door, which unites the 2 units and very cleverly integrates storage space underneath. This other wall, on the other hand, is where you have the sofa, the living space set up with a very high-end AC unit and pellet stove. Going to the back side of this former wine cellar is where we have the kitchen. This was all custom built in stone and cement to fit perfectly the space that it's occupying. The property is sold fully equipped. These are all custom appliances in this kitchen. So you have the stainless steel stovetop. It's a gas stovetop, and even the oven is luxury. Walking around this island where you had the refrigerator brings us into the bedroom. So here inside we have a star vault as well. And on the other side of the island is a very interesting characteristic. This is a closet space. And what's been used as the doors isn't just any old bland white door, but reutilized old wooden doors that would have been in this space before. So I think very clever. It gives a lot of personality to the closets there. Then we'll walk into the bathroom. Very large bathroom. This is the shower, carved out here from under the stairs. It's a very large shower. You even have a seating space in it. The sink is in front, and to the other side is where we have the toilet and the bidet. So very large, very well done bathroom, as you can see. Walking across the bedroom, on the other hand, brings us to the stairs going downstairs. And this is another highlight of this beautiful, beautiful apartment, an underground spa. I've spoken about this before. Lots of people try to do this. You have these basements, and what you can do is kind of carve out a spa and underground pool area. And that's exactly what they did. Unfortunately, there wasn't any water in it. You even have, this is where the water pump and the practicals are located, also acoustically insulated, so you don't hear any of it. But this is actually, when it's filled with water, there's LEDs which illuminate it with various colors. You can adjust the lighting to be cozier, to be a bit darker. But that is the basement spa. That's probably where something like hay would have been stored back in the day. So we will now go up these stairs. And this brings us into the stairwell. You can see the door below. That's a door with the independent entrance from the street level, which would bring you into the upstairs apartment. So there are two independent solutions. You can be renting out the downstairs B&B and be living into what would be it's called a piano nobile, so kind of the noble floor. We have two sides to this corridor that you arrive to. This top side, beautiful LEDs also integrated into the elements carved out of that wall. But we're going to go to this right side. And that's what brings us to the kitchen dining area. So this is the dining room. There's a fireplace there to the left. Up to that further wall. Above we have windows, so letting in plenty of light, daylight. Once again, star vaulted ceilings about 5 meters high. Everything is being sold with the property, so it's furnished except for personal belongings. To one side of the fireplace is where we have the bathroom. So it's a full-size bathroom. This is also where the laundry room would be, as is so common in Italian homes. The laundry space is sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes in the bathroom. And this is the case with this home. And to the other space around the fireplace, we have the kitchen. So once again, it's a new kitchen. This is, the top apartment is being lived in, so naturally you have the elements or the possessions of the people living there, but plenty of natural light coming in from the windows there at the top. Going back through the hallway, we'll head to the other wing of this top floor, and you can see this is where we have the two bedrooms. Of course, it could be set up as a living room and a bedroom, depending on your preferences. This bedroom has a beautiful mezzanine, and it is a star vault. So once again, the very high ceilings, and that's why the mezzanine is able to be installed into it. So that you can store things on the top. You could even put a bed up on the top mezzanine level, and below it, there's actually lots of closet space that's been inbuilt. You do have a window coming out from the side of it, letting in plenty of natural light. It did start to rain and get cloudy all of a sudden when I was doing this tour, so unfortunately the sun went away all of a sudden. It's springtime weather in Puglia, kind of can switch back and forth. So here's a better view at that mezzanine, the loft. So a bed can be set up there, and there's lots of closet space below. You can see, since it's being used as a children's room, they've made this kind of ingenious box there at the bottom of the stairs, with the bottom stairs pushed in. So no kids can get up there. But that brings us into the next room. I think this is one of the more spectacular spaces of this top apartment. Here, the star vaults are visible in all of their glory. As you can see, they are impeccable. The work done to emphasize the shape with the stucco work was really spectacular. And to the other end of the bedroom is where we have the balcony that we saw from below, that we saw from the street level. So it's a very calm street. We're right outside the historical center of Matino. Basically a 1-minute walk right to the end of the street before you can make your way into those labyrinth-like beautiful white alleyways. And there's a florist right in front of the home as well. So very nice. You can see the gray clouds really came in all of a sudden. So we'll head back in through the bedroom. And this is the stairwell heading up to the rooftop terrace. We could not have a complete palazzo in Salento without a rooftop terrace from which we can enjoy the sun, which isn't the case today because it started to rain all of a sudden. And so luckily, I can use my drone to show you the rooftop terrace the way it is when it's sunny out. You can see there's 18 solar panels on the top of the building, so it's a very energy efficient building. Even the water is heated by the solar power. So there you go. Write to me, marco@justdreamitaly.com, if you're interested in either of these two homes, or if you're interested in working with a buyer's agent to find your own dream home in Italy. Special thanks to my Patreon members. Check out my Patreon if you like what I'm doing at this channel. Like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Did you like these homes? What would you like to see next? Ciao, guys.